see here is physiological needs, which means air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction, very basic needs, okay? So how many of you have the necessary items in order to survive? Are you here?
Yes.
Yes. You have water. Naba, what about you? You don't have air, water, food? You're not surviving? Okay, I need some reaction, okay, so that I know you understand what I'm saying. So that's the first step. And then the second need is safety needs. What is safety needs? Personal, security, employment, resources, health. So you need a good infrastructure for health, you need a good place to sleep. Do you all have that? Raise your hands if you have it. Okay. And now we have love and belonging. Friendship, intimacy, family, sense of connection. It doesn't necessarily have to be that you have a partner, but you have a healthy relationship around you and you know how to work with people, or you are good with people. In that sense, you have love and belonging. You just need that sense of, okay, I am accepted. At your workplace, if you go, oh, okay, these people value me, they accept me for who I am, then you have love and belonging. How many of you have this? Raise your hands. Okay, everybody has it. Very good. So then that brings me to the next step, esteem needs. Now when it comes to esteem needs, this is where most people usually are. Okay, they don't go above this, they stay here, because human beings, you know, they are very greedy people, right? So once you have one title, you want the next title. Once you have one position, you want the other position. So if I get 20K, then next time I want 30K, 60K, 100K, and the bar goes on. So usually this respect, self-esteem, status, recognition, strength, or freedom, people don't attain until they're like 40, 60, or even beyond that. So this esteem needs is something a lot of people struggle with. Okay? And then we have here self-actualization. This is the stage that most people reach when they are, like I said, 40s and 50s and 60s, where they want to desire to become the most one can be, which means that ikigai, or which means that purpose in life. They're like, okay, I'm done with everything. I have had a good life, I've had good friends, I have a good property, I have kids around me. Now I'm happy, settled, I don't want anything more. This is that stage. The ultimate Zen mode everyone wants to be in. This is that stage. Okay? So what I want you to do right now is, at the bottom of the page that you have on the table, you have a piece of paper, right? On the bottom of that paper, just think where you are right now in life, and on the bottom of the page, I want you to write exactly where you are, and in a bracket you write why you think you are in this place.
Thank you enough. Hi guys, how are you? Good morning. So, how many of you believe that you have a superpower? Can you raise your hands if you have a superpower? No superpowers? Enough?
I have.
I know you have it. So, this is about superpowers, okay? Each one of us, we have superpowers. Now, when we talk about superpowers, what is it? Like Superman, what is the superpower he has? So many superpowers, right? He's the master of superpowers. He can run faster than Flash. He is stronger than Hulk, whatever it is, right? So many superpowers. But when we talk about superpowers, now, do I have a superpower in myself, right? I believe I have. And then my superpower is, as Naf introduced me, I'm head of training. My superpower is training. My thing is training. I'm passionate about training. I love training. So that is my thing. I like to work in training areas, so that's what I have specialized in. That is what I'm looking forward to, training people, right? So that is my superpower. That is what I'm good at. So we need to discover in ourselves what is our superpower, what is our hidden treasure. So I'm trying to improve myself in order to specialize and then have this superpower so that I can influence a lot of people, I can help a lot of people. So basically, that is what makes me happy. That's what I love to do. So I would like to discover, also help you discover yourself. What is the superpower within you? Would you like to know what is the superpower within you?
Yes.
Nice. So I would like to highlight three, just three steps how to discover or how to enhance your superpower. Number one is about discovering it. So knowing what is your superpower or what is the hidden treasure within you. So to understand or discover it, the first thing you need to be self-aware about it. You need to reflect. Go back and reflect. What is the one thing that you like to do? What is the one thing that you are passionate about? What is the one thing that you are interested in? What is the thing that is going to bring happiness? What is the thing that is going to make others happy because you are doing it, right? So, how I did it was long back in school time also. Before that also. When I was very small, I started teaching. Okay? I started teaching my sister. So my siblings, I started teaching them. That's how I started. I knew that I had this interest. Then in the secondary level also, I started helping out my colleagues, my friends in maths because I was very good at maths and then some other subjects. So it was like a barter system. They helped me with other subjects, I helped with maths and everything. So I started evolving, I started teaching one on one. And then when I came to A levels, I started giving tuition to students in grade 10 and everything. So I started a little bit learning how to do this. And then that's when I got the opportunity to do a classroom session and then teach maths. Right? So that's how I started teaching. But after school, I entered air traffic services, aviation world. Okay? I started working in the airport itself, and then, but still, I continued giving tuition. But the opportunities to teach air traffic controllers in aviation, I did not get much. Because again, for giving training to others, there are trainings that I need to get. I need to be trained in order to train others, right? So that's the basic of being an instructor or a teacher. But I did not get that opportunity. I was waiting for a company to give it. So I joined the company in 2001, was continuing, and then it was going on, but I still did not get that opportunity to teach, right? But the passion, I started giving the tuition, it was ongoing. So I loved doing it, and then I knew that people do appreciate it also. And then I requested my office, can I just explain in the aviation sector to my colleagues, to the newcomers, what this is about? And then they said, okay, try it. And then I did a lot of research on my own, and then I started doing some sessions in the office also. Later on, I got the opportunity to deliver performance management training in the office to the whole company. So that's where I started learning a lot of it because we had mentors and everybody was helping each other to deliver training. So that's how I started training in classroom sessions. And then in 2015, I got the opportunity to move to UAE, and then I started doing a lot of training on my own to develop myself as an instructor in the field of training. So there was a lot of training that was possible because in UAE there's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of trainings we can do on our own and then by investing. So I did not have to wait for anybody to tell, okay, you need to go this training. I was able to search for different trainings and attend those trainings. So it was on my own, I discovered, okay, this was my thing. So training is my thing. So if you want to discover your superpower, you need to reflect on yourself. What is the one thing that passionates you? What is the one thing that you like to do? What is the one thing that interests you? So it is going to be self-motivating. I don't feel that I'm going to work every day. I feel that this is what I love to do, so it doesn't feel that this is work. I get to interact with a lot of people, so it helps me. It helps me to move on. So once you discover yourself, so step one is discovering yourself, and then step two is developing. As I said, I developed myself. In Maldives, I did not get a lot of opportunity. I started searching for opportunities, and then gradually it started coming. When I moved to UAE, I started again continuing to doing it. I did a lot of training, instructor training, training managers course, course development course, e-training, all those trainings. And finally, after developing myself, the opportunities came on its own. I became head of training for Fujairah Air Navigation Services. And then it was not just one department, but I got to be head of training for 3 different departments. And then now I am head of training for the whole organization. So those are the things that happens automatically when you discover yourself, what is your superpower, when you start developing yourself in those areas on your own, and then opportunities will come. So you don't have to wait for opportunities, just seize those opportunities. One of those opportunities is this one, where NAF gave me, okay, why don't you come and just share your experiences. So it was a great opportunity for us to motivate you to find or discover your superpowers. Okay. The next thing that I would like to highlight you, or the last thing, is continuously doing it. That is also very important. I'm not satisfied at where I am. I'm still learning. So that's where I met last year. So that's how we have been learning. We are continuing to learn. So now I'm doing my master's in aviation management, and then I still want to learn a lot. So there's a lot of opportunities out there. You need to discover yourself, and then you will get those things that you are aiming for. So that's very important. One of the things that I recall was from the, Burj Khalifa, right? So the founder and the builder of Burj Khalifa, he says that it took for him a while to realize what was his passion. Okay? So he said that it took him a while to realize what is his passion. So he says that it was real estate business. Before that, he tried a lot of things, but once he realized that real estate was his thing, his passion, okay, his superpower. Now look what he has did. He is investing in a lot of real estate investment. It's not just Burj Khalifa, right? So that's something that is very evident. So his superpower is real estate. Now, why don't you discover your superpower? Okay. So to discover your superpower, step number one is discovering it by yourself. You could just reflect on your own. What is interesting you? What is going to make you happy? What is the thing that you are going to be loving and doing it for a very long time? What are you passionate about? Reflect on these questions and then trying to find out what it is. And then once you find the area itself, try to get support from people. That's very important. Get that opportunity to do those things, experience those things. Is this really what I want? A lot of people want to go into training in my field because they see a lot of people doing it, but there are a lot of other opportunities also in terms of safety, in terms of community. So, but still people don't see those things. But once they come and then experience things, also they see that this is something they want to do. So try to get that support, try to experience those things. Is this really what I wanted? It's not, again, change. Change to the thing that you find that you do that is going to help you, that is going to make you happy. And then continue building on it. Okay, so that is also important. Don't give up. There's going to be a lot of obstacles. So for me to come here, so it did not happen overnight. I joined in 2001, so now it is 2024. So it is a 23-year experience that led me to be head of training at a foreign, in a foreign country, right? So there is possibility to be in these places. So the thing is, you need to be continuously working towards it, and then you will get there for sure. Okay. So that's it. Hope all of you discover your superpower within you, and then you will be able to master it. Thank you now. Thank you, guys.
So, to change the environment a little bit, I'll start with an exercise. Is my voice audible?
Yes, it's audible.
So, all of you have a cup with you. So, what I want you to do is, I'm going to put your cup on your head and save your cup for yourself. For 1 minute, I will count the time. You are going to save your cup for 1 minute. You can move around, you are free to move around, you are free to do whatever you want, but save the cup. Okay, so I'm going to set the time now. So, take the cup. You can even, you don't have the choice to get your hand in with others too. You are going to decide what you are going to do. What was the most difficult thing when you were trying to save
The enemies. She said the enemies.
sorry?
It's
It's falling down, right? And you had the choice. It is not necessary that you try to make the others fall. It is for you to decide, and you can just even move around away from others, so you are saving the cup, saving your cup. So when we talk about this cup of yours, like imagine you also have a cup. Every one of us have a cup with us. So we are going to decide what we like in it, what we can put in it, how we are going to save our cup. So basically today I want to about how important it is to take care of yourself, self-love, the importance of self-love. Well, a little bit throat issue. So while you try adjust to a new environment, maybe start in your workplace, you might come across a lot of things.
Did she get stuck?
A lot of challenges. So during these challenges, the most important thing you can do is that embrace yourself. You have your abilities, understand your abilities. So basically what I want to talk about today is about how you can love yourself and how you can be aware about yourself when you face different situations in your life. So there are 5 questions you can always ask for yourself when you are faced with challenges, difficult situations. So always ask these questions to reflect yourself. The first one is uh, ask yourself when you are not able to achieve something, why you maybe a lot of times asking why am I not able to achieve this? That can happen to you. Yes, raise your hand if it happens to you. Do you ask, do you criticize yourself? No? Yes or no? Right hand if you yes, you say yes. Right hand if you say no. No hands, that means okay, left hand. No. Okay, that is very good. If you say no, that is very good. That means you are on the right track. So, a lot of times we ask ourselves, why am I not able to do this? Why am I not able to maybe lose weight? Why am I not be able to follow a schedule or a routine? Instead of that, why? Ask how I am going to do this. How will I be able to do this? So instead of asking why am I not, ask yourself how you can do it. How can, for an example, if you want to exercise, how can I exercise? How can I start exercising? If you are not able to achieve a goal of yours, why am I not able to achieve? And how can I achieve it? Instead of why am I not able to achieve, how can I achieve? So when you change this narrative, how you ask the question to yourself, you are able to get a clear goal about yourself, what you can do to improve it. And also, then you can be confident about your feelings. It's important to know, for example, you are facing a challenge in your workplace or personal life. We can't just avoid our feelings, but we have to go through the feelings. It can be feeling of sadness, joy, or bitterness. We can't push them under the rug. So if you push them under the rug, they will come again. They will come back to you. And you have to again, in order to achieve it, in order to go, you have to go through it and fully experience and change it. Then only you will be able to change yourself. So it's about changing the question, why am I not, to how I can do it. And follow your feelings, go through it, and then overcome it. So, second one is about how you are feeling. Write down what you are feeling. Maybe unappreciated, maybe you are feeling lonely, demotivated. So, don't avoid it, but take ownership of the feeling. And then ask for yourself, how I want to feel. First go through the feeling, then ask for yourself how I want to feel. Take control of it. What do you want to change? What are the feelings that you want to have for yourself? And where you are and where you want to be. So again, you are reflecting on your feelings and how you narrate it for yourself is important. And the third question is, what if you are in a situation? Maybe workplace, maybe what you are trying to do is very difficult. You are using your maximum skills, but you are not able to achieve your goals. Everything that we go through have a good in it. So ask yourself, third question is, what's the good in the situation? Do you reflect like this? Do you reflect when you are faced with the situation? Do you reflect about what's good in the situation? Right hand if you reflect. Left hand if you say no. Okay, right hand, that's very good. There are no right hand or no left hand. So what does that mean? So maybe just thinking, right? Again, I might have to move you a little bit here and there. So it's always important to reflect on what's good in the situation and be reflective. And there is always something good in everything, every situation you go through. first question is, how is this short-term discomfort support my long-term happiness? So what can I learn from this situation? How can this help to achieve my long-term happiness? What could I do? How can this impact my future? And this will help you to overcome what you are going through and take it as a lesson. So that is the first question you can ask for yourself. A lot of times, and I also want to reflect on this, we feed a lot of thoughts into our minds and we make unnecessary feelings out of it. Guys, does that happen to you? Sometimes it can be something which is not even true. Maybe you felt like maybe you are sitting in a crowd, you said something, you asked a question. Maybe you could feel that it could be illogical. So you feel that you feel taken aback and you create a lot of narratives about what you said. Instead of clearly thinking and we come to conclusion. So it's important not to let these thoughts sabotage you. Instead of it change these thoughts to something positive, so it will help you to overcome these negative thoughts into positive thoughts. In my book, I have talked about how you can change your positive thoughts, negative thoughts to positive thoughts by quickly replacing it with something positive. And you will be able to do it if you are very reflective, if you think about your feelings, if you think about what is good in the situation, and if you learn from the situation, you will be able to go through it and change it to something positive. And when you have this negative thought, observe this negative thought. The last one, observe the negative thought. Catch the thought. You have to be quick enough to catch the thought. And where is the thought coming from? Is it from inside me? Is it from a particular situation? What is happening to this thought? And what will I choose to think about it? Will I just keep it with me? What will I do with the thought? And you are going to put it under a microscope. Put this thought under a microscope and focus your attention towards it and diagnose it and change. You have all the potential and power to diagnose it and change the thoughts into something positive. Then ask this question to yourself: do I want to choose this thought, or I would rather change it? So this reflective question is very important. Do I want to change the thought, keep it, or change it? So change it, and it will help you to overcome these negative feelings. And with it, I would like to emphasize on the importance of self-talk, positive self-talk. This is something that I always do, and I always recommend to clients to always say or think positive about ourselves, and always say that you have these strengths. Talk about your strengths to yourself. Say it in a positive way. A lot of times, do we criticize ourselves? We might feel like, okay, we are not criticizing ourselves, but when we reflect, we will be criticizing a lot of ourselves. But on the other hand, we will be talking positively, nicely to other people more than self. But in order to progress, you have to be your own best friend. So find out your unique abilities, reflect on yourself, be aware of yourself, and use this positive self-talk. I have this potential, I am lovable, I have my unique abilities, and I love myself. So basically, this is about how you can change your positive thoughts, negative thoughts to positive thoughts, and you can go ahead. And I wish you all the best in your work, and I'm sure you're gonna achieve greater heights.
Thank you so much, Aska. Anyone has any questions? No? Okay, let's do one thing while Aska is here. I want everybody to put your hand on your heart, two hands, keep it on your heart. Now say, I love me. Say it loud. One, two, three, let's go.
I love me.
I love me. Yes, okay. Now give yourself a big hug. Just give yourself a big hug. Okay.
You all and just talk to you all. So first of all, I just see is like you all are very quiet and like I'm a person like I just first introduce myself. So you know my name, but I will just introduce my character. I'm a person that who's like not a person who's like having this serious face and everything. I will be smiling, I will be so active. So I want you all to be active too. So let's start like this. I just want all of you to stand and say one by one, okay? And say, what are you proud of yourself? So before we start, so one by one, can you stand and say your name and say like I will say as an example, I am Sandra. I am proud of being myself, Sandra. So I am really proud of being the person who I am today. Right? So like that. So I want all of you one by one to stand and tell your name and to say one thing that you are proud of yourself. Can we start?
Let's start with Vyam. Yeah?
Hello,
Hi.
my name is Viam and I'm proud to be myself. Thank you.
Okay. Next.
Hi, my name is Fariha and I'm proud to be myself.
I just want something different rather than being yourself.
Hi, my name is Cherry. I'm be proud of myself.
Oh. Okay.
Me?
Next.
Raya? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ryan and I'm proud of myself.
Yes, I know that. Okay. Let's do like this. I know that you all are proud of yourself. Something different. Like you can say like, okay, I'm proud of being a boy. I'm proud of being a girl. I'm proud of working in whatever the position as an intern in this property. Something different. Shall we try?
What do you mean?
Let's start again. Let's start with number this time.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, I'm Nava and I'm proud of having the courage to start over again.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Okay, next.
Marshall?
Hi, my name is Marshall and I'm proud of being a man.
Okay.
Raya?
Hi, I'm Ryan and I'm proud of where I am.
Yeah, okay, there you are. Okay, good, good.
Hi, my name is Cherry. I'm proud of a woman. Hi, my name is Fariha and I'm proud of my cat.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no. Hello, I'm Viam and I'm proud to be a musician.
Okay, right, good, good, good. Right, thank you. Thank you very much. So, it's really interesting to know that you all are having something to proud to be about yourself. Because sometimes, as an example in my life, I had a phase that I was not proud of being me. So that's what I told you at the beginning. Today I'm proud of being myself. Because there was a phase in my life, I was not proud of being myself. I was always thinking, why did I become the person I am? Why am I even living in this world? So there was a phase in my life I had that doubt and I had the fear to change myself. So today I just want to share my experience with you all about how did I overcame my fear and what am I doing today. So I hope you all will also get an idea how to transform yourself from this. Right. First of all, another question, right? So there will be lots of questions, okay? So I just want you all to answer. Do you, like now you have, like you know you are proud of what about yourself. So do you have any fears in your life? Do you have any fears in your life? Okay, if it is yes, you can raise your hands. I think even like I saw that you all have the fear even to raise your hands. So let's see whether you overcame that fear. If you have a fear, so any fear, like okay, maybe okay, will I be able to continue my job for 1 year? Okay, will I be able to continue my studies? Or will I be a good worker, or will I be a good intern? Something. There are lots of fears we have in our life. Do you have any self-doubt or any fears within you? If yes, you can raise your hand. If you have any fears in your life. Okay, I can see one person. Only one.
Raise your hands a bit higher.
Yeah. So you don't be afraid to raise your hands. So just raise your hands, like just take it. Okay, right. So yeah, we all have the fear. When it comes to fear, we have, I'll just categorize it into three. Like first one, fear of failure. We have the fear to fail. And next one is fear of success. Even for success, we have the fear. Why do we have the fear for success? Have you had that kind of feelings? Fear, like we know, we have the fear for failure. Do you know fear for success? Right, yes, we have the fear for success because we feel it's like, okay, if we achieve this and when we are success, what if we fail again? What if we can't continue it? So that's the fear of success, right? And then fear of judgment. I think most of us have this fear, being judged by others. Not only by others, we judge ourselves too, right? Am I correct? Most of the time, rather than others judging us, we judge ourselves. Right? So before others judge us, we judge ourselves by, like if we start doing something, sometimes we already know we cannot do this. What if I am not perfect than the other person? So we judge, we compare ourselves with others. So that is how we judge ourselves, and we have that fear of judgment. We always have that fear. Okay, what will my friend think about me? What will my boss think about me? What will my parents think about me? Isn't it? Yes or no? Raise your hand if it is here. If you have that fear, raise your hand. Okay, right, thank you. So, when we are having these kind of fears, what can we do? Do you have any idea? Any ideas? When you have this fear, what can you do? Okay, let's do a quick exercise, right? So this is called then what? Then what? Okay, so this is called then what? So can you all, do you all have a paper with you?
Yes.
Paper and a pen?
Yes. You all need to start speaking.
Okay. Right, I'm going to give some questions, you have to answer it. Okay, I will just go again, ask some questions, and you have to write the answers and just go. Right? Okay. Okay. So it's like this. Okay. Think that you are in the office and you are supposed to come at 8 o'clock. You have to be in the office by 8 o'clock. But you are getting late today. You are arriving at 8:50. So just think, okay, if you get late to work, what will you do? Write it down quickly. Okay? So I'm not going to ask what, so that because of that you can write whatever you like, okay? Right, okay. So now you wrote an answer, isn't it? Okay. So then for that answer, write the next one. Then what? After that, what are you going to do? Then what? Okay, then you wrote another answer, right? So for that answer also write, okay, then what again? So I'm going to continuously ask, okay, then what? Then what? So you will have to write the answer. So I will give you an example, right? So just think, I'm getting late, so I will give the excuse as I will just go. If I get late, I will just go to my boss and say that I got late to wake up and I missed my bus. Okay? So then what again? So then, next what I will do? I will just, next day I will try to wake up early and then come. Exactly on time, but even the next day if I get late to wake up, again then what I will be doing? Again I will try to keep the alarm. If I got to wake up on time, so the next day I try to keep the alarm and wake up on time. Okay, then what? Again then I'm trying. So in these questions I'm going to explain you this, right? Okay, things will happen in our life. There will be fears in our life. Right? So what we have to do is, it's not going to be permanent. Like even the mistakes or whatever happens, it's not going to be permanent. Like with the process, we are going to move forward. We are not going to stay. Like if you get late today to the office, are you going to come late every day? No, you are going to improve yourself. You are going to go forward because you did it today. Right? So it's the process. We are not going to stay in the same place. Same way, when we have the fear in our lives also, we are not going to stay, we are not going to live with that fear. We have to move forward, utilizing what it will do to our lives. As an example, when it came to my life, so I'm just going to give a life experience of myself. So I'm a single mother. So when I was going through my divorce, and when I was getting divorced, I was a single mother who wasn't able to do a job. I was not occupied. I had a child of 14 years and I was not doing a job. So the first fear that came into my mind was, what will I do if I get divorced from my husband? How can I live? That's the fear that which I had. So if I lived with that fear, thinking, okay, I cannot divorce my husband because I don't have a job, because I am financially unstable. What will my, like I'm in Sri Lanka, I'm living in Sri Lanka, so in Sri Lanka, getting divorced from your husband is really a critical situation in the society. There will be lots of rumors. there will be like all the people will pointing out their finger to the woman, not to the man. How much the man is doing the, sorry, don't take this as a gender thing. So this is my experience, okay? How much in Sri Lanka? So how much a man will do wrong, the fingers will be pointed to the woman. So I had the fear of the society judging me. But the point I thought, no, I'm not going to please the society. I'm not going to please anyone. What mattered the most was my happiness and for me to be free from my abusive marriage. So the day I decided I'm going to stand independent. Someday financially I'm going to be independent. So I came out from my marriage and I started learning. So I was a teacher, as Nav said, yes, I was a teacher before. But after my divorce, I had to stop with my marriage, I had to stop my job, and I was totally 100% housewife, so I was not able to rejoin again the teaching field. At that time, I got the opportunity to work as a villa manager. I didn't know anything. But I thought, no, so this is the chance for me to learn something and I should take this opportunity. I had the fear, will I be success? Will I be able to do? Because I didn't know anything about tourism field. But only one thing I thought for myself. I thought, no, I'm going to learn. Even if I make a mistake, I will learn from my mistakes and I will do this. I can do this. And then I took that opportunity and I started earning, and it was really helping me to stand up financially, build up myself. And then I started doing other programs. I started like while I'm doing the job and while I'm doing all the other things, I started learning also. I didn't want to stop it. So I faced my fears. I faced the change. I took the opportunities and I took the task to change myself. If I was staying like, okay, I was a teacher, I can only be a teacher. I cannot do another job. What would have happened to me today if I stayed like that? Today I will not be talking with you all. Maybe totally a woman like maybe begging from someone to live or like depending on someone else. But today I am here as an independent woman talking to you all, guiding you all because I faced my fears. And I had that courage, I had that confidence. Yes, I can do. But when I thought, yes, I can do, it was with, yes, I will fail. I know that I will fail sometimes. But I thought is always, even if I do, yes, even if I fail, I will learn something new. And I'm going to create my own identity. So that's what I want you all to be too. Like you will have challenges in yourselves, you will have all these fears in yourselves when you are going through the path. This is a journey that we are going to go. So just be courageous to take the opportunities, to change yourself. If change is needed, you need to change. Try to give opportunities, change yourself, and make all your failures a stepping stone so that you can achieve lots of things that you will not even imagine. Because the thing that I am today, like I am talking to you all today, I never imagined to be a motivational speaker. I never imagined to be a coach. I was just totally 100% housewife. So just take opportunities and you will not know until you keep the step forward, the first step forward where you can go. So thank you very much. I hope you all gained lots of knowledge from all of us and hope to see you
about being optimistic. What is being optimistic?
Power of direction.
Power of direction. What is direction? Where you're going in life. But what does optimism mean to you? What does being a positive person mean? Does it mean you're always happy and bubbly and laughing and all? Is that what positivity is?
Looking the situation in third perspective.
Yes, very good. Looking at the situation from a third perspective. Anyone else?
Being delusional.
We were able to?
Being delusional.
Delusional. Yes, delulu is the solulu, right?
Yeah.
So,
How come?
this is my version of an example of how to be optimistic, okay? So, imagine that you are this sailboat. What are you?
Self.
A sailboat, okay. Now, you are navigating the waters, you're going somewhere, we don't know where.
Amali.
And then suddenly you start seeing, oh, the sun is so hot today, I can't deal with this. And you start sweating, you start complaining that it's too hot to sail, okay? And then suddenly two birds pop up and they start pooping on your sails, okay? They just start pooping on your sails and you spend the rest of your time trying to shoo away the birds. You're like, go away, stop polluting on my sails, and you start, focusing on sending the birds away. And then there's another sailboat. Now this is your friend, this is your tiny friend, okay? So this is your friend who's now on the same waters as you, and you're thinking, oh, he has a small sailboat, but he has such good skills. If I had the same skills as him, maybe I could sail the waters better. At the same time, your friend is thinking, oh, he has a bigger sailboat. What if I had a bigger sailboat like him? Then I could sail the waters better. Now what's happening here? You spend the entire life thinking about all the things around you, right? That you become frustrated. You're frustrated that the birds are pooping, you're frustrated that the sun is too hot, and you're frustrated that you don't have the same skills or the size of the boat that your friend has. And this is what happens to most of us in real life as well. Either we're comparing ourselves to people who are successful or, whatever around us, or we are thinking, okay, this situation is not right for me, I don't know what to do. But instead of that, if you just focus on your sail and you thought, the affirmations that Askar taught us, right? You will say, I'm a beautiful big boat and I am going to sail smoothly today. And then you start moving to the direction that you want. You start saying, okay, this is where I want to get to, and this is how I'm going to sail, this is the speed at which I'm going to sail, and this is how I should be sailing. So you're more focused on navigating the waters instead of everything around. Right? Yes, agree? Does this happen to you sometimes? It doesn't mean just work at life. Sometimes I do go through this. A friend of mine, if they say, okay, now if you can't come with us, then I'm overthinking it. I'm like, where can't I go? Why can't I be there? Do they hate me? But actually they just maybe have other plans with their other friends. But then I'm like, oh, maybe they just don't want to include me, And this happens sometimes. So in life also, we are very focused on thinking about what is not happening. These are not things you can control. And then you forget where you're headed. What happens then? Let's say you don't know where you're going. What happens then? Then you have nothing else to do but focus on everything around you, right? And then you're like, okay, the bird is there, the sun is there, the other sailboat is there. But if you know the direction, what happens? You only see that island you're going to, and you're thinking, okay, if I want to reach there in one day, I'll have to sail at the speed of this, and I'll have to make sure that I'm ready for uncertain weather, and then you're focused really much on getting there, right? So that is why you need an end goal, that purpose, that treasure that Isam was talking about. If you have it, you're not going to focus on the shit around you. You're going to only focus on where you want to. Is that easy to understand?